Welcome! Thank you for joining us for today's lesson. This is part of a 6-lesson series brought to you by the Food Trust Nutrition Educators. The Food Trust works to ensure that everyone has access to affordable, nutritious food and the information to make healthy choices. In this series, we'll be covering topics such as planning and saving on groceries, fruits and vegetables, bone strength, and more. Join us each week as we share nutrition information from my plate, as well as tips and tricks to eating more healthy food at every meal. Meet our nutrition educators, who you'll get to know through our lessons or recipe demonstrations. We're excited to have you with us. Thanks again for joining us. Please fill out our anonymous survey at the end of this video so that we can find out more about who we're reaching and how to serve our audience best. Mention that you watched our lesson online and you can earn food coupons to use when purchasing fruits and vegetables at a participating farmers market. Find the list of participating markets below on the survey form. We hope you come back for next week's lesson. See you then!
Welcome back. My name is Eddie. I'm a SNAP-Ed nutrition educator at the Food Trust, and I'm excited to return today to continue our 6-week series on nutrition and talk today about the benefits of fruits and vegetables. Then another Food Trust colleague of mine will make a delicious recipe that features some ingredients that you can find at a farmer's market. So to recap last week's lesson with Wayne, we talked about the benefits of planning our meals, tips and strategies to maximize your shopping experience, and how writing down a grocery list can save you time and money. He also reviewed how to use supermarket and grocery store coupons to compare prices and save even more money, which I will go into more a little bit later. Today, the main objectives are to think about how can we incorporate more variety of fruits and vegetables into our daily meals. So first off, I want to ask, why do we eat fruits and vegetables? Who can tell me, like, what are some reasons that we want to, eat a lot of them? Remember, my plate, our handy dandy tool over here, we want to make half our plate fruits and vegetables, right? With the other parts being grains, protein, and dairy hiding over here. So yeah, let's just consider that for a second. Okay, cool, awesome. Yeah, so some of the reasons are that fruits and veggies contain a lot of vitamins, minerals, and nutrients. And it's important to eat a variety of them, right? So if we're thinking of, fruits and vegetables of different colors, what may be some that comes up to you that are red? Maybe you're thinking of watermelon in the summertime, right? Okay, someone said strawberries. Perfect, right? We got some strawberries here. We go in our fruit category. Even tomatoes, right? Tomatoes are technically a fruit. However, in grocery stores, they're often in the vegetable next to the vegetables. We think of them as vegetables, but they're actually a fruit because they have seeds on the inside, and they can be very sweet as well. That's a good red one. Okay, what about yellow or orange? Mango, yes, absolutely. Let's see, we got some mango here. And someone said corn. Okay, we got corn on the cob, another great summer item that's coming up. Ooh, yes, melon, cantaloupe, right? Also orange. Let's think of another veggie, something that Bugs Bunny has a lot. What's up? What's up, Doc? Right? What does he have? That's right. We have a carrot. Carrots are good for your vision, right? Because they contain vitamin A, right, which is good for our vision. So we want to be thinking how these different fruits and veggies actually are good for our health. So let's think of some other colors. What about green, right? People say eat your greens. Why is that important? Well, it's important because it provides us with a lot of nutrients that is good for like blood clotting, for instance. When we have a cut or something, it helps to, heal that. It also contains iron, vitamin K, and other nutrients and minerals, right? So, does anyone think of any greens that jump out right away? Okay. Someone said spinach, right? Spinach and baby spinach is a great one. I like to put this in smoothies or have a salad with some light dressing, right? So fit in our vegetable category. Ah, look, yeah, someone else said green peppers. Green peppers are awesome. They can be, good to put in salads and maybe even on like sandwiches if you want to provide a crunch or burgers. You can always be very creative with what you do. Someone said guacamole. That's interesting, right? Guacamole is good because it has avocados, and avocados are healthy for you. Contain some good natural fat. Also, in guacamole, right? What else is in there? Lime juice, some onions, cilantro, right? So it has a lot of other vegetables that can be healthy for you, right? So that's a good one. So yeah, so we're thinking about a lot of these different colors and why you want to have them. It's because having a variety provides a whole range of different nutrients that you're not going to get just from like eating one type of vegetable or one type of fruit or one color. So the colors are signals to us that provide that variety. So it's important to include as many as you can. And we're going to talk more about how we can do that. So let's think about which veggies or fruits did you eat for snacks or meals just yesterday or maybe early this week, whatever you can remember. Okay, someone said they had a salad yesterday. Wow, that's awesome. Anyone else? Yeah, yeah. Okay. Someone said they had carrots and hummus. Like that's a great snack, right? It's good for you. It's nice and light. It's tasty, right? Delicious. That's really important. We want to be enjoying the food that we have, right? Not forcing ourselves to eat it. But sometimes to start something new, it takes a little while, right? Okay, anyone else? Someone had sliced cucumbers with salt. That's like so simple and really good too. It's one of my favorites. And okay, someone else had cherry tomatoes, right? Hmm. Anyone else? Well, I can share one thing I had. I made a stir fry with broccoli and green beans, zucchini, and onions. So, with some brown rice and a little teriyaki sauce, you can make whatever you have be delicious, right? With the ingredients and different sauces or you know things that you have in your kitchen, or maybe you can get at a local supermarket or corner store, right? It's important to always be aware of kind of where you can get different ingredients so you can make the meals that you want, right? So it's always fun to be creative in the kitchen. Um, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing. So now let's think about how many cups of fruits and veggies do we need each day in order to live healthier lives? Does anyone know? Seven? One? Hmm. Let's think. Okay, someone thinks three. That's a pretty good guess. Someone thinks five. That could be a lot, right? Half a cup? That might not be enough. Let's see. How many do we need? So for veggies, we need about 2 cups. Sorry, 3 cups per day. And for fruits, we need two, right? The reason is because fruits are high in sugar, so we just want to, watch how much we have. Although you're getting more than that and you're getting, your daily value, that's really good. So to recap, 3 cups of vegetables, 2 cups of fruit for adults, right? For kids, it'll be slightly less. So how do we like kind of conceive of that if you don't always have like a measuring cup? How can we tell what is a cup of fruit or a cup of vegetables, right? So a good example is your fist. You can kind of always measure, with your fist. So for example, if you have a mango, I mean, this is a food model, but if you have a real mango, right? A mango is about the size of your fist, and you're getting some good nutrients. Maybe, if you look at half a cantaloupe, that might even be more, right? That might be 2 cups right there. Uh, and another way is if you chop up strawberries or have, blueberries, for instance, you have a cup of that. Again, it's like approximately about the size of your fist. So it's good to be aware of, how much you're taking in and for breakfast and for snacks, for lunch and dinner, and to make sure that you're getting your daily value, right? Yeah, so for vegetables, we can think about it this way. If you have 1 cup of raw or cooked vegetables, that counts as a cup. If you have a cup of vegetable juice, also, I know people like to take in their vegetables that way sometimes. If you can also get 2 cups of raw leafy greens, counts as 1 cup, right? So if you're eating salad or spinach, make sure you have, a couple fistfuls that will equal 1 cup. And so again, we are looking to get 3 cups of vegetables, 2 cups of fruit per day. And we're going to talk about different strategies to include the variety, right, in our weekly meals. So if anyone has any questions, let me know, and we will continue. Okay, so let's think about some strategies to include a greater variety of fruits and vegetables in our daily meals. So what could be some things that we could do to increase the amount and the variety, right? The amount of different kinds of fruits and vegetables that we're having every day. So any ideas? You guys have any ideas out there? Let's think for a second. Okay, so when you're going to the supermarket, you want to write a list, and maybe you write down a few different kinds of fruits. Maybe you only get apples when you go. Uh, Maybe this time you try oranges and apples, right? Or maybe you want to get some bananas. So increasing the variety, we can just do that simply by making a shopping list and trying new things. Because it's good to try new things, right? You don't know what something's like until you give it a try. And that's all that we can ask for. So maybe you tried lettuce, but you want to try spinach, right? Lettuce and spinach, are similar, right? They're both green. However, maybe, they have slightly different nutrients and vitamins and minerals. Or maybe you don't quite like lettuce, but you may like spinach more, right? Again, you won't know until you try. So putting it down on a shopping list, like Wayne talked about, can be really helpful in terms of getting ready for when we actually go out to a farmer's market, right, to find fresh produce, or going into like a grocery store, supermarket, or even a corner store, right? The other thing I wanted to mention is you also can get fruits and vegetables that are frozen or canned, right? We talked about this in other lessons as well, but fruit that's and vegetables that are frozen are just as fresh because they're frozen right after they're picked, right, or harvested. So that's a good option, right? If you want to store it for longer periods of time in your freezer. And canned goods also last longer. One thing to be aware of when you're getting canned goods is looking out for like high fructose corn syrup and other syrups that fruit may be canned in. So checking the nutrition facts and reading the labels carefully can help you out with that. Also, looking out for sodium, right, with certain canned vegetables. That's also important because we want to be, kind of looking at the amount of sodium we have every day and making sure it's not going over our daily limit because too much sodium, salt can be a little bit harmful to our health. So we just want to be mindful of that. Another point I wanted to make sure we talked about was a lot of people, like juice, right? I love juice. It's sweet. It tastes good. I know, I always like to have orange juice in the morning or maybe later in the day, or I'm, out at the market and I see some juice and I'm like, oh, this is going to be great. Apple juice. It's going to be really good for me. We just have to be careful sometimes with juice because it contains a lot of sugar, right? And looking at the nutrition facts and checking our daily value, sometimes it has so much that it's, half our daily value or a quarter of our daily value just with juice. Uh, whenever we have juice, we want to make sure it's 100% juice. A lot of times, juices just have coloring and they don't actually have real fruit juice. And so when we have juice, make sure that you're maybe having it once a day or limited amounts. And one thing is that fruit juice does not replace having a real piece of fruit, unfortunately. I wish it was not the case, but nothing can replace having, something like a watermelon, chowing down on a watermelon, or, like having a nectarine, for instance, or cantaloupe, right, or mango, or, anything of the things I talked about before, because that has fiber, right? And fiber is really important because it helps us feel full. It also is important for our digestive systems, and it's like acts like a scrub brush and allows us to go to the bathroom more easily. So it's important to have fiber in our diets, and fruit and vegetables are a great source of that. So you can't go wrong if you have, you know, a tossed salad, right? Like a mixed salad with greens and tomatoes and carrots, onions, radishes. You can be very creative with what you do. Um, so yeah, thinking of more strategies, just like having salads. How can we incorporate more fruits and vegetables into just maybe other meals that we make? Okay. Yeah, someone said they also like the stir fry idea, which I mentioned before. With a stir fry, it's so easy, it doesn't take long at all, and you can just chop up a bunch of vegetables, put them in a pan, fry them up with some light oil, and put it with rice, and then you have a meal ready to go. And you could put mushrooms in there, peas, corn, zucchini, any of those things, right? So that's one way. Um, Someone said they like vegetable lasagna, right? So that's another thing. If you have other meals that you like to make, like lasagna, maybe you start to put in some vegetables in there, chopped vegetables. There's, we have tons of recipes on our website that the Food Trust offers. There's also a ton of recipes out there, and if you have access to internet or can even talk to a friend to help you out, you can look up some recipes that are like vegetarian or that include vegetables. So if you like your meat like I do, I love chicken and beef and pork sometimes. You can continue to have your meat lasagna, but just let's put in some vegetables along with it. It can increase the flavor, it can, the texture. So again, it's all up to your personal preference on how you want to do it. But that's what's amazing, when you're in control in your kitchen and you have the ability to share it with friends and family. Um, so yeah, some good ideas. So thank you for sharing. Okay, so now we're going to think about how we can add a little bit more variety of fruits and vegetables into, our daily meals. So let's say for breakfast, right, you're just having some low-fat yogurt, which would be in our dairy section up here, right? And what can we do with the yogurt? Are we gonna put vegetables in there? Probably not. But what we could do, right, is if we got some canned peaches, right? Canned peaches, delicious. Mix it with yogurt, maybe even a little granola, whatever else you want in there, and we got a delicious and nutritious breakfast, right? So that's going to go in our fruit category up here. And we got a dairy. So maybe, you had that pretty early and you're kind of getting kind of hungry. It's like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and you're not going to have lunch for a little while. What's a snack that you could have that would be nice and yummy? Right, carrots are popular today. So baby carrots, right? Baby carrots you can easily fit into a little snack bag and bring along in the lunchbox with you or something. And that's going to go in our veggies over here, right? So we got a couple oranges. Let's find, what goes along with carrots? Celery, right? We could even do carrots and celery, and maybe, like we said before, hummus, which would actually provide some plant-based protein because they're made out of chickpeas, right, or garbanzo beans. And hummus is a good snack because it has protein in it and more fiber. So again, this is going to go in our veggies over here. Um, What else, right? Peppers. So maybe you do it. Maybe do a bag with cut peppers, carrots, and celery. Now we're really talking. So that's a really healthy snack. But maybe if you're not in the mood for veggies, what could you do? What do people like to have at schools or okay, yeah, apples, right? An apple is a really easy, transportable, durable fruit that's also delicious and sweet. So yeah, we'll put this up in our fruit category. So we got red, green, orange, yellow. Okay, that's pretty good. So if we're thinking about maybe we get the lunch or dinner, we'll do a couple different options here. Say one of your family members is cooking up, our friends are cooking up roasted chicken, right? Good lean protein. Gonna go in our protein category. What could we put along with that to kind of fill it out, right? Any veggies? Okay, I'm looking around here. Thought I saw I had broccoli somewhere. We could have broccoli, or we could do some cabbage, some fried cabbage, right? It's gonna go in our veggies again. Uh, or maybe we're cutting up some lettuce to have a salad alongside the chicken, or again, we could do some cooked spinach, cook a lot of spinach, cook it down, maybe with some garlic and olive oil, salt, pepper, and red pepper flakes. Easy. You got something easy. Again, that's going to go in our veggies. So chicken and a and some spinach, and then if you're looking to have some grains, right? Maybe you can have like a piece of toast or a piece of bread alongside it, or like we were talking about before, some rice. This is a stir fry. So maybe you can have a stir fry with veggies along with your chicken, and then you got a pretty balanced meal, right? Another option with the yogurt, right, is a good dessert. So maybe you don't have ice cream all the time, and it's not good to have ice cream all the time, but sometimes it's a good treat to have, and we're gonna reward ourselves. But if we can't always have that, right? Maybe having yogurt with some strawberries is a perfect dessert for you. That'll keep you feeling good, and when you head off to bed, you're gonna be sleeping with nice dreams. Um, so yeah, there's a couple of things we can do, and again, you can be as creative as you want. It's just planning ahead, like Wayne talked about, really helps. Yeah, so the last thing I'm going to talk about is using coupons that you can use at different supermarkets to compare prices and save money on fruits and vegetables. Similar to what Wayne showed in his previous lesson, I'm just going to do a quick review and talk about how you can find a variety of fruits and vegetables that will be, on sale and help save you some money for the week. Well, that was a lot today. Thanks for sticking with me. I'm excited, for all of you to try more fruits and veggies this week, and we can talk about it next week about what you tried and what you liked and didn't like, and what was challenging and what went well for you. Because this is a journey that we're all on, and that is always can be improved, and we're always learning. So, and that goes for all of us, right? A quick reminder that after these videos, there is a survey that's anonymous that will help improve our programming and help us understand how we can reach everyone better.
Stop by the food trust table at your next visit to a participating farmers market and redeem for $2 in food bucks. Find the list of open markets at the end of this survey. Thank you so much.
Again, my name's Eddie, and have a wonderful week.